Hey guys, what's up? So today's episode is gonna be a little different because I don't have anyone with me. That's a little different, I guess. But I'm gonna sort of teach you guys how to speed bridge because whenever I first started getting into Bed Wars, I was really annoyed because I wanted to learn how to speed bridge, but there's not. There was tutorials out there, but there wasn't really anyone that like made a tutorial for beginners. I'm not really that good at speed bridging. But just for those people who just knew the game and they see people speed bridging, they're like, yeah, I want to do that. I want to do that. So first of all, there's two. These are like beginner types of bridging. Like you can either hold S and hold your right click, and you just go back, and this is super slow, as you can see. And or you could do the slightly faster method. So you line your cursor up with the block, press S and D, and so you don't move to the side, and then you hold again. See how it just goes slightly faster? That's because in Minecraft, because it's a grid-based game. If you hold S and D or A and W or A and S or whatever, any key combination like that, you go slightly faster. I don't know why, it's just how it works. And then there's ninja bridging. Ninja bridging, most of the time people will do like that, but if you're just starting out, here's the basics you want to know. So there's two ways you can ninja bridge. You can either go straight back like this, and again, as I said earlier, same mechanics. That's slightly slower than the other way, which is S and D. I suggest just skipping past this one here. Because, while I don't know if it's slightly easier to learn, but if you learn that one first, it'll be a lot harder to do this one because you'll have muscle memory built up for the other one. So I can show you guys how to do this one first. Actually, I'll show you guys how to do the A and D or S and D first. So what you want to do is you want to look at the block so that you don't move along the block. So you'll find the angle, it's like, I think it's 78 degrees. Let's see if you pull up F3. You want to look here. You want to look right here. And you can see, so where you stop moving, it's like 78 degrees around. Yeah, 78 degrees ish. So you take that angle, right? You hold S and D, and then what you want to do is place the blocks like this. Get used to this, and then what you want to do is you want to crouch and uncrouch in between. The way that I learned it originally is I did like these baby uncrouches. Like you see how quick I'm. You just barely lift your pinky off the shift key, and that'll teach you to like make sure that you're shifting at the edge of the block, and then slowly and slowly, as you go get more comfortable with it, then you'll start shifting in the right spots uh, on the block, and then you can shift right at the edge, and then you'll just learn the timing, and it becomes pretty simple. And then after that, you need to learn to elevate, because if you do a flat bridge like this, some guy's gonna climb along and they're just gonna walk straight along your bridge, straight to your base. So you want to get up a little when you go to mid. So what you'll want to do is you want to do this, like you're normally doing, and then you'll jump and double place. So like double place like that. Like every so often, I normally go like every fifth block or fourth block. It's really up to you how high you want to go. So that way, like people can't get to your base as easy. So like there's certain maps like arches I think it is where you want to go pretty high so that you can get up to the mountain. And then there's other maps where just a few blocks will be better. So what you want to do for that is you're doing your speed bridge like normal, and then you just jump and keep holding down shift. Uh, so you'll jump, hold down shift, get to the edge of this block, and then continue your speed bridge. Like that. Sometimes you'll fall, but you can easily clutch there because you're jumping. Oh, and sometimes you'll just miss. Gotta get. And then there's the third type, which I find super useful. So here, let's go to the ground for this one. So you start out with a block here, and let's say you just want to go straight, like up, but also forward at the same time. So what you need to do is you find that same angle, and then you hold Shift, A and S, or A and yeah, or S and D, or A and S, whichever way is more comfortable for you. I just like S and D. Um, so you hold Shift, S and D, and then you wanna hit spacebar, go to the edge of the block, hit spacebar, edge of the block. You, I'm in creative, so this is a little more tricky to do, right? So you wanna basically you wanna get to the edge of the block, hit spacebar, jump, place 2 blocks, jump, place 2 blocks, and then you can get up pretty quick. So I mean, this is way more effective than just like this, straight up, and then, oh, I was holding down, and then over. So what you want to do is, so you want to do this bridge whenever you're like trying to get above somebody and they're towering up, because it's the same speed as towering up, because you're jumping like every frame that you can jump. And once you learn the timing, you can do this much more consistently than you can a normal speed bridge. And you can do this. I don't recommend doing this and then this for your bridges, but if you want to, you can. Just because it's really slow to get up these, whereas you can jump up, like, if you just have this every once in a while, like this, you can just jump, jump, and it's a lot easier. So, those are the basics of speed bridging. I mean, I'm not that good at it, but I figured I would just give someone the basic tutorial just because when I first started learning, I was just annoyed that because I wanted to do it because my friends were, but I didn't know how to do it, so I was annoyed that there was no really like beginner friendly tutorial. So hopefully you guys can use this and you can just be better in your own game or just better at Bedwars in general so you can get to bases quicker. Um, yeah, that's about it. So, thanks for watching. Check out some of my other stuff. Subscribe if you want to. And peace.